Welcome to part 11 of modifying an F-86 Sabre. We're completing the cheap canopy build. Well guys, what do you think? How does it look? Does that look very realistic? Let me give you a quick tour here. Okay, like I said, it doesn't take much to make a cheap canopy or cockpit. I'm going to pull the canopy off, let you see what we got here. Like I said before, all I did was construct it out of cardboard or that construction paper that I bought from the drugstore. Made a nice console. It's even got a nice gun sight on there, which I made out of some clear plastic. As you can see that. And you can see the control panel right up in there. And the pilot doesn't even look like that Williams Brothers pilot, does it? Nope. It's real simple. All I did, as you can see now, it has an oxygen mask. That oxygen mask was made using regular balsa filler. Once that balsa filler dries thoroughly, you shape it up in the shape that you want it. Cover it with some epoxy. That way it doesn't crack up on you as it gets older or whatever bumps you may hit. Because then you end up having parts flying all over your all over your cockpit that you can't get to because your canopy's all sealed up, and you don't want that. Then I just took a piece of 12 gauge electrical wire, glued it right up into the center there to use as an oxygen hose. Looks very convincing, does it? Then all I did was just take some paint. I didn't want a white helmet, and blue's my favorite color, so I made a blue helmet. And you can see you got the visor on, seat belts, silver buckles. All it is just some paint, simple paint. And going back to the ejection seat, there's that balsa that we shaped up into the ejection seat with the cushion. And I had some wire laying around the shop. I just bent it up, and I made this other part to the ejection seat, like the guide bar or so forth, and just made it realistic, very realistic. And one thing that I know you guys have laying around your shop, because I do, are old servos, old bad servos. If you don't throw them away, they can come in very handy. What I did, I had a whole lot of bad servos. So I cut the leads off a couple of them, and as you can see here, I put those leads in, glued it in to serve as just like electrical wiring in the cockpit. I got another one on the other side there. I don't know if you can see it. But that's all it takes, just to have a simple, convincing looking cockpit. And for the whole thing, I spent less than $5 to have a very convincing looking cockpit. Oh, let's do this. Put the canopy back on. There. How's that, guys? That look convincing to you? Well, if you have any suggestions as to what else I can put in there before I seal up that cockpit, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me, what do you think of that cheap home build? Here, let's put that off so the glare won't, so you can see the glare, past the glare. Let me know what you think of that cheap cockpit home build. But like I said, this is what I do. I use what I have in the shop, and I make do with it. Sometimes we have to pitch pennies, which is understandable nowadays. But it's still nice to be able to have a decent cockpit. You can buy a decent cockpit, put it in there, and make it look real good. But this here is some pretty good work. Like I said, you don't have to be an artist, you don't have to be an expert, but that's just a nice simple paint job with the paint that you have, So, all right, next time we're going to be cutting the flaps out the wings. So stay tuned for that. Enjoy the nice weather we're having, because it won't last. And in the meantime, good flying to you.